Alrighty. Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode 114. Now, yes, I will hopefully get a chance to both anime tonight, which are basically Jujutsu Kaisen and Case Closed. First, we're here discussing Kamen Rider Black RX, episodes number 15 to 18. 15 to 17 is basically part 2, 3, and 4 of the story arc we have here. This is technically, in the way, the second official story arc they had because they had mostly a lot of standalone episodes. Now, in the case of episode number 15, Ganato has returned to Demon World. Now, this is only the second time he's been there. The last time he was there was back like episode 3. Yeah, surprisingly, episode 3. When he was brought there by accident. This time he came there on purpose because to basically save the daughter of basically the guy who he's living with, obviously. Yep. So pretty much basically he's there with one of the villains. As a matter of fact, throughout these 3 episodes we have like 4 monsters. Yeah, 4. And in the case of the first episode, which is called, it's called Robo Rider. Yes, this is his debut of an alternate form for Rider, but there's a reason for that. We'll get to it. So at the end of the previous episode, we saw this guy wearing this blue helmet, which we see here in this episode. And this guy is named to be Joe the Haze. And it's revealed in the story the guy is suffering from partial amnesia. He does not know his real name. You know he's from Earth. He was human. He's a converted cyborg. In case you're curious, though, does Joe the Haze have like an alternate form per se? Not really, no. So basically, the other one basically is he begs to get another chance to kill RX, which he does, and presumably, this is where Hinami is, and then supposedly Hinami dies. What do they kill a little girl? Well, we'll get to that. And then he's sad, and then he becomes Robo Rider, this golden form, which, yes, this form did pop up in Mass Rider, yes. Yeah, this is known as Super Gold in Mass Rider. This actually is his debut. And this form, he uses a gun. Now, it's different in Mass Rider how he gets this. In that one, he basically is given this power by Denias, his best friend from Illinois, where he just gives him this little ball and he becomes basically this golden form, which he uses on a very similar basis. Yep, and this season he's going to call himself the Prince of Sorrow, RX Robo Rider, and he proceeds to destroy Detron. We also see the debut of a 3-part robot who actually ends up being the same episode. Yes, called Chupacon. Yep, there is 3 of these damn things. Oh my gosh, there's like 3 of them, and then they merge into one. And here's the weird thing about Chipalon. These guys do appear in Mass Rider for like 1 episode. I think it's the episode when Denias basically comes to Earth for the first time. Actually, for when he gets the second upgrade. Which I think that's in episode number 21. If I'm not mistaken, yes. And that was his last appearance in the series, Denias. Yep, and of course, Nectron makes his debut in the very next episode. Basically in episode 16. So, Detron is destroyed. He's able to take the little girl out, and it turns out, nope. Before Detron dies, of course, he's dragged by outside. Yeah, and also we see the debut of a new form for, of course, the motorcycle. Yeah, Acrobatter gets a first alternate form, known as the Robo Rider, which is simply put basically like it says here only appears like one episode. It's basically like red and white, and it's basically a more slick version of it. And of course, we had the Mac Jabber appearing in the very next episode. This appears a little bit more than the other ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So after this form, oh yeah, that's not the real one. So then it's revealed that she's actually at this waterfall in the Valley of Miracles, which of course basically Joe Hayes, well, try to get him there, then he gets knocked off a cliff, saved by the Chroma tribe, which are the same species as the aliens who popped up a couple episodes back. The one who was escaped scientist, you know what I can tell? The freaking organic antlers that he has. Yeah, they're literally the same species. Let's just say they're from Demon World. It's weird though the fact the Crisis Empire is from Demon World. Like they say that, oh, they conquered it and it's part of the Empire. Here's the weird thing with the Crisis Empire. Do we ever see a map of the Crisis Empire so far in the series? No. How much space it has conquered? Don't know. Where the heck the Crisis Empire came from? Don't know. All we know is that they're aliens from outer space. That's literally what they are. So then he escapes, and then like the very next episode, like he sees the Valley Princess. Yeah, we also see a debut of the Nick Taker. Yeah, this is the one controlling Joe DeHaze. Though, here's the thing. They actually, with this one, like, he does defeat the monster the very same episode. So, and then, like, and of course, then the very next episode, which they defeat the monster, then we see a debut of the blue version of the thing called Bio Ray. It's like a scientist version of the thing. And it's basically created via anger. Because he's so angry, he destroys the robot, and then eventually Hinomi's like aids him to an adult to attack him, even break into a room. And of course, Meadow keeps thinking, oh yeah, she's the princess, even though she really isn't. The princess died back in the start of this arc, and yeah, so then of course, basically the monster's defeated, Wonder gets away, and the whole thing is written off that basically that the RX killed the daughter. He assassinated the daughter of the Emperor Crisis, and basically she's not punished. And the fact that it's like he kind of maybe does know the whole thing, like maybe wants to save face the fact that if basically Emperor Crisis did find out that his daughter died before the whole offense with all this stuff, that who would you think basically was the first person that Emperor Crisis would be angry at? Was Motoban? No. General Jark. And of course, basically, she's maybe punished off screen for this, but she's left alone. And like, oh, continue efforts basically defeat him. But this story arc was fantastic. Great way to advance the character of Manito, and the fact that basically it's revealed that Hinomi and Shigeru find out that Kento is RX. Now, when the parents find out, don't know yet. Yeah, and of course he does admit, yeah, he's basically the writer. Yeah. And then the very next episode, it's like, oh, the whole thing of this one is, it's basically like, we have this really good four-part, and then we have this weird standalone filler story, which featuring a flying squirrel. Yep. It is by far one of the dumbest episodes of the whole series. And I'm like, okay, so what is the actual point of this episode? Answer, I have no idea. It is by far one of the most baffling episodes I've seen for the series. Yeah, turning people to squirrels. I'm like, oh yeah. They get bitten and then 5 minutes later the wound disappears. Like, what? Yeah, it is by far like the weirdest episode I've seen. and it's not that good of an episode. Yep. I would review more, but I wanted to get this out of the way so I can get a chance to do my 2 anime tonight. So, next episode, Kamen Corners, and it's on to Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, next video. Bye.